Hi guys, it is Dom here for the brand new Hull Yes podcast where we spotlight some of the coolest people in the city of Hull. Couldn't think of two better people to start this than Bob and Corinne Wallis, who talk about their passion for the music scene, the gigs they've gone to, how they got together, and loads more besides. So I hope you guys enjoy this first episode, and we'll see you soon. All right, take it easy. So I'm here with you, Bob. It's lovely to speak to you. Um, in your own words, obviously the whole music scene knows who you are. The whole scene knows who you are. But who are you, and what is it? What is it that you do?
Hi there, I'm Bob Wallis, and my wife will be joining shortly is Corinne, and we are just mad keen music fans, local music fans for independent music and supporting local venues. That's our that's our passion in
That's
life.
that's your thing. Absolutely, absolutely.
Ah,
Uh,
we've got Corinne now.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, we'll get Corinne in as well. Now then, this is
Hello.
this is a this is a
Team
treat.
Wallis.
Yeah, this is a treat, Team Wallace. I was just saying to Bob, we're just gonna talk about your love and passion for the music scene, and we're gonna talk about your passion for each other as well. The idea is to make people, the idea is to inspire people to feel good about being from Hull, because there's lots of cool people here, and a great music scene. So Bob just introduced himself and obviously the passion that you guys have for the music scene. So, Corinne, now that you are with us, what is it that drew you to the whole music scene and sort of inspired you both to start going to so many shows? Because you're like local legends now.
We started going. I don't know if Bob told you when our son was old enough to kind of like leave for a few hours when he
Mm,
got to being a teenager. And we
mm.
just started going to the sesh. Used to be at Linton Lark then on Princess Ave on a Tuesday night. And then you'd go for the headliner, but then an out of town band might come and play or like the support act. And then you'd like them. So you'd go see them. And then you'd like their support band. And it just snowballed from there, really. And now, yeah, it
It,
just takes all our money and all our time, but we love it.
it it started as just a night we could because we always used to go out separately,
Yeah,
Mm.
um, because obviously babysitters was
babysitters
a
and
problem.
yeah,
But then we thought it was a cheap night, three bands for free,
yeah,
and we could go out together, just have a couple of beers, and then walk back home, and
yeah.
um, then it snowballed.
Yeah, and I think Hull as well, it's got that kind of like angst. It's sometimes a little bit angry, the music, and I quite like that. It's got that you can feel Hull in the music,
Yeah.
especially bands like Cannibal Animal and yeah, those sort of bands. And Life as well, they actually, they adore Hull, and it's you can hear the passion from Hull in their songs and their
Yeah.
lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's nicely moving on to my next question. What is it about Hull as a whole that you love? Obviously, the music scene is there, and that is
Mm.
hugely important to you both. But what about Hull itself? What is it that you love most about Hull?
I like the fact that it it's got this reputation as being rubbish, basically, but we have friends come from all over the country, and they all absolutely love it.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
friendly. We've got such good places to go to, such as the Adelphi Club. Um,
Second home.
yeah, and they're just like coming back again and again.
Yeah,
So
yeah, me too. And there's a really nice crowd as well. We've got this little group, and we call ourselves the Midlife Moshers. And we're all
Amazing.
yeah, we're all a certain age.
some
But
of us are more of a certain age than
yeah,
others.
yeah,
Yeah.
him. But yeah, and I think it's say, I mean, there is some of the rivalries in the local music scene, but it's generally really friendly and everybody helps each other out, And I think yeah, then
But
there's a lot of energy here. There's really good energy.
Mm.
And I I couldn't live anywhere else really. I love it here.
also, Hull is down to earth. It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's got it's got nice area around it. You've got the river, the Humber. You've got countryside just a few miles outside.
You've got Princess Ave, so you've got other venues down there as well. You've got Dive, you've got Art House that sometimes put gigs on. You've got Polar Bear around the corner. You've got, what's the one on the corner?
Off the road, yeah.
Off the Road Lounge. You've always got like acoustic nights on and gigs going on in there. So, and Queens have started putting music on as well. So, and then you've got the Adelphi, you've got O'Reilly's,
yeah.
Social. You've got loads of places where you can go and watch good music.
Yeah.
You don't really need to go anywhere else. Hull is the centre of the universe.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
we
it.
do like going to the places.
We do like going to other places, but
yeah,
it's good to come back home again.
It is, and that is, again, in terms of I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm going to give you a challenge. So if you could tell me a favorite live show that you've been to together, we're either inside of Hull or outside of Hull, what is the favorite live show or a couple of favorite live shows you've ever been to together? I've totally put you on the spot here. I put you on the spot on purpose because I know you go to like hundreds of shows.
For me, it would be Idols at the Adelphi. They've played there 3 times now, and I'd say the 3 times would be 1, 2, 3 of my most ever favourite gigs in anywhere in the world. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was so special. And I'm going to shock you now. Band that you wouldn't think I'd like, Kaiser Chiefs at the Adelphi. They played on there, was it the 30th? It was about 8 years ago. The 30th anniversary. And they played the Adelphi and it was rammed. And Ricky, what's his name? Wilson, that's it. We're like a double act, aren't we? Ricky Wilson crowd surfed all the way to the bar. And then there's that post in the middle with the little ledge on.
Yeah.
He sat on there and got somebody's pint and downed it and then crowd surfed all the way back again. And it was brilliant. And I don't even like the band, but it was just so much of an atmosphere. So you don't always have to like the band if they create a kind of like good feeling in the room.
We've also had really surprise bands where we've just gone on spec. There was one. It was a band from Canada called Doom Squad. And there weren't that many people there.
About 20 people there.
But it was such an intense
show. Weren't they?
Yeah. And we always remember that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, the local band, like Cannibal Animal
gigs
and
good show.
Yeah, all the Bunker Pop and Bedroom.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of young bands coming up now, and it's nice to see the young kids all getting in the mosh.
Yeah, there's a really good band coming up at Ketamine Cow.
They're great. Fantastic.
They're so good.
They're so much fun to watch.
Yeah, really good fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've answered my next question, really. But if you if you could pick again another challenging one for you guys, as you support so many bands. But what do you have, like 2 or 3 favorite bands, either from now? Obviously, you mentioned Ketamine Cow there, Cannibal Animal, obviously just about to finish up, sadly. But bands from maybe when you first started going to shows, and also right up to now, some of your favorite bands for people to check out.
Yeah, Lebet Bloom's that Anaulo Hummer.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've been around, I think, not long after we started going to gigs, have been
our main band we'll watch is Avalanche Party. I've been watching them for years.
Yeah, they're some of my favourite shows as well. Can't forget those lads.
We don't get to see them as much now because they played all around Europe.
Which is great.
But they are coming back to Leeds soon, so we're going to watch them there.
Yeah.
The local bands, obviously, so had Bulgarians, Cannibal Animal, like Bedroom. But there's a young band what are coming up now, which I think could go places, called Candid Faces.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, they are so. I can't remember what's she called. The singer,
Liz.
Yeah. This is menopause brain. It's really bad. I have a really bad memory, which is why I have Bob.
I think you're doing great. This is lovely. It's lovely to hear about those. So is there any other plugs you'd like to give for bands? Or because we've got some good ones there. Candid Faces.
Oh, obviously. Not a local one, but a band from Brighton called Dits.
I've
had their album on repeat, just all the time, and they're so good live as well.
Yeah.
Love
And
them.
they stayed at our house.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's great. So do you have bands? You have bands at the house sometimes? I've heard a couple of things about you having bands.
Yeah.
Over
I
there.
mean, we've only got a little living room, but we
Yeah.
just get the airbeds out, and we've got a couple of couches. And
We had one band
Yeah.
called Idols stayed once.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
yeah,
Fantastic.
And several Dutch bands.
Yeah,
We seem to
three-
get a lot of Dutch bands.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Can Shake a Pie, Keith, and
Global Charming.
Global Charming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. Yeah.
Mm.
Fantastic. Oh, fantastic, guys. It's amazing to get to be your music taste. I'd like to get to know you guys a little bit better as well. Obviously, again, people know you from the scene. People know you see it at venues. But for those that don't know, how did you guys meet? And what sort of drew you to each other? We've talked about what drew you to the music scene, but here you are sat with me now. What drew you to each other?
Well, the night I met Bob,
We was both blind drunk.
was both really drunk. I think that helped. And I should have been flying out to Tenerife on a girls' holiday, but it got cancelled. So that night I should have been out in the sun. I went out for a drink, got drunk, and met Bob. 1992, the 24th of July.
In the new Silhouette Club.
In the new Silhouette Club.
Which is
I
now
asked his
closed.
mate to dance first.
Yeah.
And he said, why didn't you ask Bob?
And I was out with another woman earlier in the evening.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
Fantastic.
She comes home.
Fantastic. And what's, it's a little bit of a silly question, I suppose, but what is it that keeps you because I mean, you do a lot of stuff together, but you also do stuff apart. I don't want to make any assumptions, but what is the secret? How do you, because again, you to the world outside, you look like you still love each other very much, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we argue like any other couple.
Yeah.
But it's not so much arguments, it's bickering.
Right.
We bicker constantly.
But
you should have seen us about half an hour ago.
But it's the love, because we both love the same things. We both love music.
Yeah.
We love nature.
Yeah, and
like
we've got the same outlook in life as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Always
meeting new people. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
But it's definitely getting involved in the music scene has definitely sort of brought us closer together.
Because, definitely, yeah.
Because now we go pretty much everywhere together.
Yeah, every marriage goes through its sort of like, it's a bit of a roller coaster. I mean, when Ashley was young, you're both trying to work and run a house and bring a wage in, and times are sometimes difficult, but we got through that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Just about, without killing each other.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's great. Again, it's great to get some of that info, because again, you're so loved on, by the music scene, and again, very friendly, always saying hi to everyone. And I guess that again, as another question, because I do want to ask you a little bit about, favorite memory together outside of music. But before that, the message to those people that, they always see you, they always see you out and about, the message to the whole community that, quite honestly, they love you so much. You're very loved. I wonder what you have to say to those people.
We love them.
We love them as well, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what you have to say to those people, because I mean, it's not just Hull, is it? People all over the place. I was talking to somebody the other day, a friend of mine, and he was like, "Oh, I saw them in York the other day at Yard Act. They're everywhere," and it was really nice to see. So what is your message to the whole community that quite honestly love and respect you guys so much?
Thank you. Yeah, because if they weren't making the music and the promoters weren't putting the bands on, and the gig venues, if the people that run them weren't there,
we do get told by so many people from out of town that we are so lucky in Hull.
Yeah,
even
we've
people
got,
from Amsterdam.
Because we've got places like the Adelphi and
so, and we're thankful that we've got those places. It's we've just been up to Middlesbrough this weekend for a festival,
Twisterella, that was fun.
And we met friends from all around the country again, and
another good band, Benefits, from Teesside.
So fantastic, yeah.
And we saw a band called Snakes, SNAYX.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
they were really good. Yeah,
Mm.
3-piece. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, it's great.
And
See,
we do invite all these bands to come to Hull.
And another
Yeah.
up and coming band as well, Pre-Skate from
Ah,
Driffield.
Driffield. They do
Yeah.
love Driffield. I gotta
They do
admire.
love Driffield.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw them up in
Rob don't mention it much.
no, we saw them up in Middlesbrough on Saturday, and they absolutely smashed it. They're just getting better and better every time I see them. I love them. Yeah.
No, they are fantastic. Absolutely. I'm yo-yoing my questions because that was one I was going to leave to the end, but I thought it was appropriate to ask you then. But I want to ask you about your favorite memory together outside of your music scene, because again, you do a lot of traveling. You're always out and about. So, what is your favorite memory together?
Backpacking around Europe and
Probably, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
around Eastern Europe.
Yeah. We used to do a lot of family holidays to the Yorkshire Dales and that, and do a lot
Yeah.
of walks with Ash when he was little. So dragging him around, where we're going, there and back again. We're going on we're not going anywhere.
And we used to do
of thing,
a lot of big family holidays because I've got a big family.
Yeah.
And we used to all go away to Wales and stay in, stay in the same area.
Family stuff, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a big, from a big family.
Yeah.
I love that.
But yeah, just traveling is
traveling.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the favorite things.
I quite enjoy the sort of mundane kind of life as well, because you see our kind of like Facebook timeline, and it's all like, gigs but we're just boring like any other couple,
I don't know about that, but
I do the ironing and the cooking, and you go out to work, and we're pretty kind of like a traditional couple, really. We've got our mundane sort of boring life, but I quite like that,
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's like you do that, and then you get in the mosh pit at the Adelphi.
Yeah. I nearly went on my backside on Saturday, which was good.
Yeah. It's always good. It's always good fun, I suppose. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, well, a couple more questions then. Obviously, one of the things that you are loved for is that you are. I believe obviously you said that it was at the midlife moshes or something like that, which I love that, and I meet a lot of people that in my job, and they say, oh well, I can't do that anymore. I'm too old to do that, and I shouldn't do that. That comes up a lot. Oh, I shouldn't do that because I'm too old, or I'm struggling with that, or I've got a disability or difference, something like that. And I wonder what your message would be to anybody who, has either encountered you, or maybe they're just getting to know you, or maybe this is the first time they get to know you, and and they maybe feel like that. They're like, oh well, I'm of a certain age now, and I can't go out to gigs, or I shouldn't go out to gigs, and because they feel like for whatever reason they got to stay in, or they've got to live a certain life. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Do what you've got to do, but if you can get out, it's well worth it. We've met a lot of people who've been pretty much go to gigs on their own, and now they're going to gigs with us all over the country.
And
it's
great,
give them friendship, it's give us friendship. So there's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people sort of more mature who like music. In fact, a lot of the gigs, if it wasn't for the older people, it'd be pretty empty. So
and I think as I've got older, I'm less concerned about what people think, and that is so liberating, especially as a middle-aged woman. To actually not really, care what people think about what I'm doing or what I'm saying. And it's and you can get in the mosh pit, or you can. And if you say anything that you think, oh, that was, but you can apologize, or, but and like my mother still comes to a few gigs with us, and she's nearly 75, and so it's like just.
And our friend Graham, I mean, he's older than me, and he's just like a coiled spring. He's just bouncing around all over.
Tigger.
Yeah.
So and it's a great way to make friends, and if people can see by our sort of like posts on Facebook what we're doing, they might come out and join us and have you get talking to people when you're at the bar, and
Fantastic. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. I've always loved that enthusiasm. It's always inspired me a lot. Squeezing a couple more in before we finish off. I'm going to ask you for words of wisdom to leave people to finish on in a minute, so you can have a little think about any words of wisdom you'd like to impart. But if you could tell anybody from outside of Hull a hidden gem or a couple of hidden gems of things, if they were visiting, what would you tell people from anywhere in the world? Because fortunately, we're lucky to be able to know people from all over the world, so and reach people from all over the world with this type of stuff now. So if you were speaking to anyone, what would you advise they do in Hull if they come to Hull?
Stay in HU5.
Yeah, stay in HU5. It's great.
Everything you need is in HU5.
You've got So my sort of, I'm going to try and think of 5 things. You've got the Adelphi. You've got Sesh on a Tuesday night at the Polar Bear. You've got Humber Street Sesh every August, which is just, when you tell people about it, they can't believe that you get 30,000 people just to go see like DIY local bands, and it's fab. You've also got, Dive on Princess Ave does the best coffee in Hull.
Yeah,
it's fab. You've got 80 Days, which is another little gem of a bar, and we have some proper giggles in there, don't we? That's our place we go when there ain't any gigs on. We'll just sit in there and get drunk. And also Marla's on Princess Ave for food. I think I've said 5, haven't I? Yeah. Marla's on Princess Ave. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Top notch. Yeah.
Go on, Bob.
Yeah, good one, Bob.
No pressure. Hull City, that'll sort of
bring
you down, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you think of any more?
Places you like to eat, places you like to go and chill.
I love it. Oh, and also just walking around Pearson Park is lovely. Just go and sit and get an ice cream or just sit on a bench, even on a cold day. Go watch the ducks. It's lovely. And walking down the avenues, especially this time of year, with all the colours and everything. Yeah, it's lovely. It's a nice area to live. We can't afford to be on the avenues. We're just a little bit with a couple of streets up.
One of the best cafes is Zoo Cafe.
Oh, Zoo Cafe on Newland.
It's a vegetarian cafe. We're not vegetarian, but we just
amazing.
love the place.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's cheap.
And it's cheap.
Yeah. Zoo
you've got
always a Yorkshireman.
You've got to get in early, otherwise you won't get a seat.
Yeah, you've got to queue sometimes.
Yeah. But it's worth it. It's worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of love for Zoo. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, to finish off then, and thank you so much for making the time for me this evening. Do you have any words of wisdom to impart upon on whoever is watching or listening to this? What would you? What's the biggest thing you've learned? What's the most useful thing you've learned? Oh, have I still got you?
Yeah, you still got us.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You just you don't know what's in the future, so you make the most of what you have.
Yeah.
And treat people as you would like to be treated.
Yeah, and I'd say as well, stop, because I did this for years. I was always bothered about what people thought about me, the way I used to compare myself to others. I was very insecure when I was younger, and as I said before, it's just not really caring what people. I still don't want people to dislike me. Obviously, none of us do, but I just think letting go a little bit and actually going to see bands that you think you wouldn't like as well. Getting out your comfort zone with bands like Benefits, because they are a bit, they're not everybody's cup of tea. They're very, so yeah, going to see bands that you wouldn't think you liked. Because I used to be a proper kind of like indie, like that, and now I just found it a bit boring. So yeah, just let go and just enjoy yourself. Like Bob said, it's not a dress rehearsal, is it?
No.
We're only here once, so yeah, enjoy
fantastic.
it. Yeah, always poor, never bored.
Absolutely, love that. Well, thank you so much for your time, guys. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anytime, Dom.
Anytime, enjoyed it.